Hello everyone, my name is Nabila Zahra from the English Literature Department. In this video, I will share my answer to the assignment given by Mr. Ranga. Part 1. Jeff Siegel. Hi everybody, I'm Jeff Siegel. Good to see you so many people here. As you know, I've been asked to come along and give you some advice about how to break into the music industry. And before I start, I'd better make it clear that this talk is for people wanting to work with and for artists, not to actually be musician, okay? Right, so I've been in the music biz for quite a number of years now, and I've worked with a lot of amazing people. So here are my tips for what they worth. First of all, I know a lot of you are thinking about further degrees, but forget the MBA. This business is much more about experience than qualification, so it's better to start working as soon as you can. Easier said than done, you might say, but I'm talking about any kind of relevant work experience. Don't panic. You can start small, go along to your local music venue or a small music company in your hometown and see if there's anything you can do. It could just be selling tickets on the door. You'll get to meet people and one thing might lead to another. Obviously, paid work is better than unpaid, but you have to start somewhere. You need to be in an environment where you are learning stuff and making contacts. A question already? Yes. Girl A. What about being an intern? Are there many internships available nowadays? Jeff Siegel. There definitely are some, not a huge number. As you know, it's a very competitive industry, but the bigger companies certainly do take on people. And if you get your foot in the door at a big place, you've really got to prove your worth. Show the higher ups that you have some kind of unique skill or knowledge, maybe something to do with social networking or even knowledge of the music scene in the place you grow up. If you possibly can, let them see that you have something special to offer, and with any luck, they'll keep you on. Remember that companies often want interns because they're young, they're young and have their finger on the pulse. Show them that you know what's going on, what people are listening to, how to find new acts, and so on. Find a cool app that they don't know about. Okay, another question. Boy, how important is networking? Jeff Siegel. Meeting people and making connection is absolutely vital. If people see you as an ambitious networker, if they think you're just using them, that's not so good. Nobody wants to feel like a stepping stone in someone else's career, but people are often willing to give younger people the benefit of their experience, and of course, we're all susceptible to a bit of flattery. So my advice is to find people in the business you genuinely admire and ask them questions. If you're an intern, start with your boss, then move on to other in the building after getting your boss permission. It is also good to chat to anyone who shares your passion for music, people on the door in clubs, band members, friends, or music executive. You never know what information might be useful or which contact might help you in the future. Oh, and One other point about networking, bear in mind that nowadays the personal and professional lines are sometimes blurred. That means that anything you post online for your friends to see can also be seen by potential professional contacts. Make sure that everything people can see about your reflects the image you want to project. Next question for our dear girl B. You've talked about the music industry, but I'm not sure what kind of jobs are available exactly. Could you give some examples? Jeff Siegel. Sure. And that's a good point. You need to work out what you're best at and what you feel most passionate about and let that judge your career path. It could be working in publicity, promoting artists, working in A&R, that stand for artist and repertoire, discovering new talent and matching artists up with musical collaborator, booking acts for TV show, helping a new band become successful by working with their management team. And of course, now there are hundreds of jobs connected to the internet. You could be managing a website or blogging for a label or social media manager for a band running their social media channels. Things are changing so fast. A lot of the music portals we use today have only been in existence a short time. Who knows what's coming next and what new jobs will be created. Girl B, thanks, that's really useful. I also want to ask how you deal with celebrities. Have you worked with many? Jeff Siegel. Yeah, quite a few. The main thing is not to be starstruck. Just treat them as clients. It's a business relationship. If you get tongue-tied and climb up, everyone will feel awkward. The other thing is that the unknown singer of today could be the star of tomorrow, so you need to treat everyone with respect. I remember right. Part 2. Morning everyone. Quiet please. Right. Okay. So today I'm going to give you some advice to help you prepare for the exam next week. So make some notes as I'm talking. Please, everybody ready? Now, while you're studying, eat food that give you energy. Don't be tempted to eat sweets or drink cola. Sugar will not help you study, but fruit and cereals will. Apples actually are especially good. Find a comfortable place with plenty of light when you study, but not too comfortable or you'll fall asleep. Try and keep a positive mind. It is easier to study when you are positive and relaxed. Now, if you start feeling anxious, have a little break. Go out for a stroll around the block. Don't try to learn everything. There isn't time. Just choose the important things, the things that get you the most points in an exam. And if you aren't sure about this, ask me. First, learn the main ideas and don't worry too much about the details. If you have time, you can come back later and read the details. Make notes of these key points and read them. Then cover them up and try to remember all the points. Now, it might be boring, but repetition helps you to remember. Use past exam papers to study. They will help you understand what kind of question come up. There are plenty of past exam papers in the library. You can photocopy them and take them home. Take regular breaks while you're studying. A 5 minutes break every half hour in usually enough. Get some fresh air and stretch your arms and legs. Drink a glass of water too. It's important to keep hydrated. And last but not least, good luck. I'm sure you'll all do your best. Part 3. 1. What event first triggers Chicken Little fear and how does he interpret it? The answer: Chicken Little is picking up corn in the cornyard when something hits her on the head. What? She interprets this as the skies falling and decides to tell the big boss. 2. How do the other animals respond to Chicken Little's claim about the sky falling? The answer: each animal, Cocky Loki, Ducky Diddles, Goosey Lucy, and Turkey Lurkey, asks where the group is going, hears the claim, and asks to join them on the journey to tell the big boss. They all believe Chicken Little and willingly follow along. 3. What mistakes do the animals make when they meet Foxy Woxy? They trust Foxy Woxy when he claims to know a proper shortcut to the Big Boss palace. Despite it leading to his cave, they follow him into the narrow, dark hall without suspicion. 4. Describe the journey of the animals. What repetitive pattern is used in the story? The journey is a cumulative procession where Chicken Little meets one animal at a time. Explain the sky is falling and the group grows as each new animal joins. They repeatedly travel together. They went along and they went along and they went along until meeting the next character. These builds are a rhythmic, repetitive pattern emphasizing the growing group and their shared delusion and also the sky is falling. 5. Make a note and retell the story. K. Times, panic, misinformation, and the dangers of blind truths. Retelling. One day, Chicken Littles get poked on the head while picking corn and cries, "The sky is falling, I must tell the big boss." She meets Cocky Loki who joins her, then Ducky Daddles, Goosey Lucy, and Turkey Lurkey all tag along, repeating the warning as their pervert grows, "The sky is falling." Along comes Sly Foxy Woxy, "That's not the way to the big boss. Follow me for the shortcut." The Nephilog agrees and enters his dark cave. Foxy gobbles Turkey Lurkey, Goosey Lucy, Ducky Daddles, and Cookie Loki. One by one, snap, snap, snap. Cookie Loki gagges the first bite and yells to Chicken Little, who flees home safely. She never tells the big boss, and the sky never fell. Moral: panic, spared, danger, think before you follow the crowd. Thank you.